So within Bootstrap, again, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with their JavaScript components that are built in. So these are jQuery components, and you can include them very easily within your code as needed. So one of them that we want to talk about today is the tooltip. So tooltip is simply, it's a tooltip, but it's a customized style tooltip that's available within Bootstrap. And as you can see here, you have an option to go right, bottom, top, left. And the way that you do that is that all you do is data toggle tooltip, data placement, where you want to position that tooltip, and then what you want to say within that tooltip. So you want to say left, and that's how you can get tooltips pretty much on any component. And here you've got some optional functionality for the tooltip as well. So if you really want to get into tooltips, go again to getbootstrap.com and check out what they have to say about tooltips. Similar to tooltips, there's popovers. Popover is going to be kind of similar to a tooltip, but you're going to have a little bit more option for content. So these are some examples of popovers. This is a live demo, so you've got your option here for the popover, and what it does, it's got data content, and this is where you place all that content. You also have an option for a title here, so this is the title, that's the content, data toggle popover. So much like all the other components, you've got this data toggle, and what you are doing is just toggling this popover. So, and as well, same with the tooltips, you've got the ability to pop over left, pop over top, bottom, and right. And the difference is, if you notice that between the tooltips and the popovers actually stay until you click them. So this is just another really useful component that's available within Bootstrap. And there's also options to customize it within JavaScript, and some other options for the popovers. So you can check out all of these out over on their website. And again, you can set the delay, you can do the placement, the selector, the template. You can even have titles, triggers, and a whole bunch of options that truly makes it a very useful tool. The next one that we want to look at is scroll spy. I don't know how that's pronounced, but scroll spy is going to be what it does is it's a plugin that automatically targets the scroll position. So if I click this, it automatically moves it down to that MOD line. So the same thing with the drop down and or the FAT. So we see that it scrolls the page to that position. And that's just another way to kind of control where you're going and what's happening with your page. And then lastly, we've got the affix. So what this does is it toggles a fixed position on and off, and what it does, emulating effect found at position sticky. And when we go down, see if they have some examples of that. So we're just going to throw in an example. And the way that affixing works is once you get to a certain point on the scroll, it'll disappear. So I've got this set to affix at 100, and when we look at the code, what I've done here, I've got a class, so I've set a default location for it and some default styling for it to make it a big purple type box, and I've offset it off the top to 100, and I've done a data spy of affix. So that attaches that affix property, and if I remove out the default location, so it will always place that purple square. So no matter where I'm restyled to, where I've moved my position, it's always going to be there at that same position near the top there. You use affix within Bootstrap, and it does, again, it allows you to create that kind of sticky content if you want it to stick along with the scrolling of your web pages.